If you're traveling here in Thailand, you'll definitely want to get your hands on some Thai baht. That's the currency here in Thailand. I'm Cal, and I've lived here in Thailand for 9 years. And in this video, I'm going to cover the 15 most common mistakes that travelers make accessing and spending money here in Thailand. The easiest way to get Thai baht once you're here in the country is from one of the many ATMs that you'll find absolutely everywhere. ATMs here in Thailand will accept foreign debit cards, and you can withdraw money directly from your home bank account. ATMs provide excellent exchange rates as withdrawals in Thai baht are converted using the mid-market rate, which is the fairest exchange rate possible. But there are a few mistakes that you need to avoid when using ATMs here in Thailand. And the first one is a big one because Thai ATMs operate a little bit differently from ATMs in Western countries. When you withdraw money from an ATM in the West, normally you'll receive your card back first, and then you'll get the cash. But in Thailand, that order of operations is reversed. You get the cash, and then after a delay, you'll get your card back. And this reversed order causes many travelers to forget their cards in the ATM. When you withdraw money at an ATM in Thailand, you'll normally need to pay a 220 baht withdrawal fee for using a foreign debit card. And it's a mistake to withdraw small sums of money, as these fees will add up. If you plan to use ATMs, it's normally better to make a few larger withdrawals. You'll pay the lowest fee with AEON ATMs, which only charge 150 baht per withdrawal. The maximum withdrawal limit for ATMs depends on the specific bank and is between 20 and 30,000 baht. The higher 30,000 baht limit is available from Krungsi Bank. These are the yellow ATMs. While Bangkok Bank and Krung Thai have a 25,000 baht limit. You'll pay the same fee to withdraw 20,000 or 5,000 baht. So it may make sense to withdraw the maximum amount. But check with your home bank prior to traveling to ensure that it won't apply a lower limit. It's also best to notify your home bank of your travel plans, as your bank may view withdrawals in Thailand as suspicious and freeze your card or account. Before you travel, make sure to check your bank to see if it charges fees for foreign withdrawals. Many banks charge an additional fee which will definitely add up alongside the 220 baht fee. For example, my bank in Canada charged me an additional $5 for any withdrawal in a foreign country. If your home bank charges fees for foreign ATM withdrawals, you should set up a Wise account. This will allow you to transfer money from your home account into a multi-currency account and exchange it for Thai baht at the best rates. You can then withdraw it at an ATM without any home bank fees, but you'll still pay the local ATM fee of 220 baht. And you're limited to $200 per month of free withdrawals. Any transaction over that value will cost 1% of the value of the withdrawal. Revolut is a similar card with a $200 limit as well, so you can make use of both accounts. You can plan ahead and bring a travel debit card which covers foreign transaction fees. For Americans, Charles Schwab and Chase have a couple of the best travel debit cards, and each country will normally have a wide range of cards to choose from, so do a little bit of research and you can save plenty on withdrawal fees with much more convenient access to your accounts. And when you're using an ATM, it may ask you if you want the transaction to be processed in your home currency. If you encounter this question at an ATM, it's best to select no and process the withdrawal in the local currency. This is called dynamic currency conversion. If you select yes, you skip the mid-market exchange rate and allow the ATM to determine its own rate, which will almost always provide you with a worse exchange rate. For added protection, you should take one additional preparatory step before you leave. Bring several cards with you. ideally connected to separate bank accounts. If you leave your card in the ATM or simply lose it, you'll still have access to your money. But there's a second risk to only having one card. When you use your debit card in a foreign country, your bank may freeze the card or your account. And if your bank account's frozen, you'll need to call your bank and answer security questions in order to unfreeze it. And whether you lose a card or your account gets frozen, having multiple accounts will ensure that you always have access to money. But there's a second very important reason for using multiple cards connected to different accounts. Card skimming and duplication is a real risk in Southeast Asia, and it's been on the rise in Thailand. This is when your card information is stolen and allows scammers to make fraudulent purchases with the card. And skimming can occur with point-of-sale machines at ATMs or when making online purchases. And in order to protect yourself, it's best to use one account as your main spending and transaction account and top it up regularly from other savings and investment-based accounts. And regularly check all your accounts for any suspicious transactions. If you want to reduce the risk of card skimming or duplication, it's definitely best to withdraw money in secure locations like malls. And be cautious with online payments, as there have been reports of fraud even with large e-commerce and airline websites. In case you need to contact your home bank, it can be useful to download a voice-over IP app that provides you with a phone number in your home country. I use an app called PhoneGo, which provides me with a Canadian phone number. It's free, and I've used it multiple times to contact my bank. Check for the best apps in your country and download one before you start your travels. Another popular method to reduce or avoid fees is to use an actual bank branch. This method bypasses the ATM fees. You'll need to go into a bank branch and take a queue ticket. When your number is called, you can ask the teller for a cash advance. Provide your bank card as well as a passport for proof of ID, and always ask if there are any fees for processing the request. Some banks will charge a processing fee in order to do the cashback transaction. If you plan to use this method, you should check Bangkok Bank or Krung Si. But you may need to check multiple branches, as some tellers may not understand the request and simply direct you to use the ATM. And your home bank or card processor may charge additional fees for the cash back. It's also best to bring and make use of credit cards that don't charge a foreign transaction fee. Credit cards are widely accepted at stores, restaurants, hotels, and on common ride-hailing and food delivery apps, and even for payment on some of Bangkok's public trains. The exchange rates offered by credit card companies are normally excellent, and the fraud protection is much better than for debit cards. But before you use your credit card, you should check for any additional fees. It's best to use cards that don't charge currency conversion fees and avoid transactions that charge any additional fees. Hotel bookings, apps, and stores may charge foreign transaction fees, and it's always best to inquire before you pay by card. For example, Grab, the popular ride-hailing app in Thailand, levies a 3% surcharge for foreign credit cards. Apple or Google Pay can also be good additional options, as many larger stores and online merchants will accept these payment methods. Your second option to get Thai baht is to exchange it for your home currency. And you can bring up to $20,000 without declaring it at Thai customs. Although most Western countries will require you to declare anything over $10,000 upon exiting. But it may be a mistake to bring this much money, as people commonly lose money during their holiday. But if you plan to bring cash, the biggest mistake that travelers make is exchanging for baht in their home country. Thai baht isn't a global currency, and the exchange overhead costs are much lower in Thailand. You'll get the best exchange rates here in the kingdom. But if you plan to exchange for money, you'll want to avoid bringing any old or damaged bills, as currency exchange booths only accept crisp, new notes. It's also ideal to bring large denomination bills, which normally get better exchange rates, at least for major currencies like US dollars. And finally, skip the big bank currency exchange booths and use the big established exchange chains for the best rates. This includes Super Rich, Happy Rich, and O-Rich. And you'll find branches all over the city, including at Suvarnabhumi International Airport. But if you're exchanging a lot of money, it can definitely be worthwhile to go to the main office branches where you'll get the best exchange rates. Just don't forget to bring your passport, as you'll need it to complete the currency exchange transaction. And always count the bills after you exchange money to ensure that you receive the correct amount. And that's it. You're ready to start your Thailand adventure while getting the best exchange rates and avoiding any costly mistakes. Have a great trip, and I'll see you next time.